Hello everybody, welcome back to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episodes. As always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we appreciate all of our patrons out there. All that tips and support is just going to go towards making the channel better. Hopefully adding some more games in. We're about 3% of the way towards the necessary amount to add roulette to the game. That may not sound like a lot, but every percentage point gets us closer. And as that show of appreciation to all of our patrons, we do have the exclusive videos coming out every single week now. First 3 came last week. Next 3 will be coming this week. And if you're curious about it, just go ahead and check the description down below. So what are we covering for today? For today, we are going to be covering a strategy that was sent to us by one of our viewers. I like to do these without having read it in advance. I like to go into these cold, so we'll be discussing it as it comes up. So let's take a look at it. What do we got? Okay, so this is he calls it a regress and then press strategy. Okay, seen quite a few of these. I am kind of a fan of this type of strategy. So this is going to require a heck of a bankroll from what I am seeing. Nothing on the come out roll, so it's waiting until a point is made. So we'll do our usual, make the point as an 8. So what do? They place $200 on the 9 and $200 on the 5. Okay, pretty aggressive. $240 each on the 6 and 8. And then 50 each on the 4 and 10. Okay. So that's the core part of this this bet. They do say that they could do a $50 pass line, or just do or they could do a pass line with equivalent odds. I would prefer this personally. So this is their starting point. So they're at $980, $980 across. So this definitely is going to take a bankroll of at least $1,000. You want 10 shooters worth of bankroll. So, what happens? Okay. First hit on anything on the inside will regress that particular number down to either 100 or 150. Okay, so any of these right here hit, they pay $280. Any of the 4, they all pay the same. $280. So if they hit, we'll regress it down. So if it were 5 or 9, they would pull back $380 total. 280 plus the 100. If it were a 6 or 8, they would actually pull back $400. Because they would take 120 off of their. Oh no, I'm sorry. They only go down to 150 instead of going down to 120. Okay, that's a little bit different. So they would pull 90. So they'd only pull 300. They would take 370 back. So they take either 380 or 370 back. They regress it down. At the second time one of them hits, they will regress all 4 of them, all of them down to 100, 150, 150, 100. Second time any of these hit. So now we're looking at, so if we regress these down to that, we're looking at 3, 4, 5. There'll be $600 in action. They would have gotten paid $560. So yeah, they're technically only in for $40 at this point. And then after that, just press or not. Just press as it goes. Press however you choose to press, whatever you may want to do. Okay, that's interesting. I like it. It takes quite a bankroll, but I like it. It definitely makes some sense. I could see how you could change this to lower amounts, lower bankroll. Of course, I mean, first off, you could just cut everything in half, and then look at your reductions, your regressions. That way, you could start with $100 5 and 9 and pull them down to $50 after the hit. You can start with 120. each on these and pull them down to, say, 90 or somewhere right around there if you wanted to, or just start with these at 150 and then pull them down to 90. So you could play this with a lower bankroll and take it from there. I do like it. You're looking at needing to hit two of your numbers in order to for the most part be at the quote unquote break even point. You'd still be in for a little bit of money, but they also say they don't count the 4 and 10 as far as hits go on whether or not they regress. Makes sense. You're looking at the inside numbers. 4 and 10 are basically just bonuses if they hit. If they don't hit, you're in for a little bit more money. But otherwise, not bad. I like it. I like it because it makes sense. You're betting every single number. The hit and regress. I've seen it in action. Seen it played. It's not a horrible strategy. And then from there, pressing up if you're in the middle of a hot roll. I like it. Makes sense. Pretty slick. Pretty cool. They've got a few modifications like, laying the 4 for $1,000 and betting $150 hard 4, stuff like that, and then taking it down after you get a couple of hits. It's interesting. This requires quite a large bankroll, but it's interesting. Downsides would be the point out or point one hit out kind of stuff that could happen. It can happen with a pretty high frequency. You got about a 1 in 3 chance of losing before you can regress all of your inside numbers down, and a 2 in 3, and roughly a 1 in 3 chance of hitting a couple of them and then losing. So you would basically break even or lose that $40 that you start with, that you are in for once you've regressed everything down. And then you got about a 1 in 3 chance of managing to hit a few more things afterwards to make up for it. I would say it's definitely risky. You have, when you hit with those 1 in 3s where you lose your almost $1,000 that you've got on the table without collecting a single payout, it's going to take you a lot of hits to make that back up. Since the regression requires, since the first couple of hits, you basically regress down to where after the first couple of hits, you are only in for $40. You still technically have not made a profit at that point. Now you're going to press or go however your personal strategy may be. It's going to take you a lot of hits to make up for a point out. That's the weakness. But every strategy has a weakness. There is no surefire strategy winner, and this one it's not bad. It's really not bad at all. I kind of like it, and yeah, hope you guys have found this interesting. I appreciate this strategy having been sent to us. If you have your own strategy, please email us at cincityliving.lv@gmail.com. We will catch you guys next time. Thanks. Bye now.